I tried to make it on my own when I was a young man. I had the answers to life's game when I was a young man. I bore the consequences and the shame. I got a little older and I took a good look at myself. I got a little older we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, just that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the brave, and the
Good evening and welcome to MaxSpeedTV. Tonight we have over-the-top paints and designs, and Lube Slugnuts presents the Top Shelf Auto Detailing Cup Series. And today we are at Chicagoland Speedway, a nice fast mile and a half. With me in the booth is Jeff, who is currently in the nice sunny state of Florida. And working his magic fingers on the cameras is our own Mike D'Amico. So welcome to the both of you.
Yep, thank you.
Well, tonight it should be a pretty interesting race. We got a good large field. Times look like they're pretty fast. These guys look like they're working out all the kinks.
Oh yeah, like you said, we were just talking a minute ago about, a lot of mishaps during practice, but hopefully they're shaking out those kinks, and we'll see better racing. I know Mr. D'Amico said there was about 6 cautions at most last night, probably on the high end of that number. So that was the Xfinity cars. We are in the fast A car, and it is 133 laps tonight.
Yeah, so this could be a potential for all kinds of action all over the track. So qualifying is just getting underway here. So we'll see if we can get some times in here very shortly, as we have a couple of guys out on the track now.
Yeah.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for some times to come in, I'm just going to go over the top 10 in points here real fast.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Yeah, it was kind of after missing a week last week due to internet issues because I live in snowy Minnesota. All right, so leading the points still Mitchell Reeves. Second place is Wesley Holland. He's 39 points behind him. Dustin Lee has moved up another 4 spots. To go into third, 62 points behind. James Brown in fourth, 65 back, so tight race there for third. Lionel Klein in the top 5, 74 back. Sixth place is Brandon Murray. Seventh is Mike Donahue. Eighth, Ryan Nolan. Ninth, John Pansula. And rounding out your top 10 is Jeff Gilmore. It looks like Jeff has either missed some races or something, because he took a whole big nosedive in the points recently.
Yep. Jeff Gilmore missed last week. He is back. I see him on the board for racing, but also sharing 10th place is Mark Jackson.
Yes, you're right. I just noticed that Mark Jackson is indeed tied for 10th. All right, so it looks like we're starting to get some times in here right now. Mitchell Reeves is on the provisional pole with the 30.471. A little slower than I was seeing in practice.
Yeah, I think those are just those guys maybe dumping a gear, going into 3 or something in the middle of 3 and 4, trying to get a fast time. But yeah, definitely different. Maybe the track has changed. Let's take a look over at the info. We're going to have our typical fuel 50% setup with the iRacing Chicago set. Track is 106 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, she's a little toasty out there today. That'll kind of make for some slick racing, I think.
Yep, I didn't grab the temperature during the this session, so I imagine it's gone up a couple degrees. Maybe we'll look for some clouds to roll in as a late afternoon setting.
Alright, so far 16 drivers now have taken times, and Mitchell Reeves is still on the pole. About 2 minutes to go in qualifying?
Yep, about that, 2 minutes to go. We're going to see a lot of guys showing up on the back end of some points here that aren't going to take some qualifying. Maybe they want to go in the back. Ronald Klein, like you said, he's moved up. He actually won Thursday's truck race here at Chicago in the Loose Luggedness Racing League, so he's looking to repeat. Dustin Lee just took fast time, I believe.
Yes, he is now at the top, and James Lehman is right behind him, so Mitchell Reeves is down to third. 30.428. Now, those are some times I was used to seeing.
Yeah, they're doing better. I just think it's a really hot, really slick track at the moment.
Yeah, I agree, and I think I know that I have done some leagues where they really like loose race cars. I'm not sure about these guys, but I have a feeling that's what they're going to have to deal with tonight.
If it is loose on the long run at least, or anywhere inside the track, I think they'll prefer the loose over the tight setup.
Well, we're going to find out shortly, as we're just about ready to wrap up qualifying here, and Dustin Lee is still on the pole with a 30.428. 24 drivers have taken times. There's still a few out there on the track.
Yep. We'll see some guys poke their heads in. I like Dustin Lee. You mentioned his points. He's had very good couple weeks in a row, and he hasn't capped the win yet. And tonight, if you stay out front and stay clean, and by clean I mean we have no fast repair anymore here at Loose Lugnets, so a lot of these guys, if you can't repair the damage, normally the night's done, and you gotta stay clean.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, I mean, the fast repair does kind of give you that over sense of confidence, like, oh, I crashed my car, no problem, I'll just get a new one. Not anymore.
Nope. And we saw a couple races back. I'm not remember the track because I can't remember yesterday, but we saw a couple races back here on Sunday night that guys were actually taking the time to go in, repair their vehicle, and get back out just to get the points. Even if it's one spot, that's one spot more on your competitor in points. But we're going to be gridding up here.
Yep, the grid is coming up here, so let's go over that real fast. Dustin Lee is your pole sitter with that time of 30.428. And I think that they're just getting ready to, yep, they're grading it. All right, so starting second is James Lehman. Third, Mitchell Reeves. Fourth, Ken Richardson. Fifth, Kevin Winter. Derek Gulacci in sixth. Ronald Klein seventh. Brandon Murray eighth. Wesley Holland ninth. And running out your top 10 is Judd Danielson. Jeff.
Yep. 11th will be Chris Voiles. 12th, Mark Jackson. Jeff Gilmore will be 13th. The 40 of Garrett Potts in 14th. John Pansula in that 01 in the 15th spot. Josh Scott in the 142 car, the triple digit number there, 16th. David Toker Johnson, 17th. Kyle Chadwick, 18th, a new name out there for me. Taylor Potts, 19th. Brandon Thornhill, 20th. Let's see, who else we got here? Mike Donahue, 21st. Jamie Crandall, 22nd. Ray Richard, 23rd. Aaron Nash, 24th. He was the last to take time, and rounding out behind the field, and whatever order iRacing put him in, will be Pat Ruscia, Kevin Fetting, Wesley Whitfield, Jason Hughes or Jay Smoke, James Brown, Robert McFarland, and Brian Tribble, all 30 drivers.
All right, really good field tonight, and they're getting their last-minute instructions from the admins as the pace car rolls off.
Yeah, looks like Dustin Lee is going to choose the high side for his start.
Yeah, he sure is. That's going to be different. I don't normally see these guys do that at the at the beginning, but they must think the high line is the place to be, so we're going to see how that turns out.
It's going to be different. I think they saw that getting into the corner and maintaining their line is probably more effective than anything during practice. Cars on the field, 133 laps here tonight. Over the next however amount of time it does take, we'll be here calling it on MaxSpeedTV. Pace car now going down into 3. Gonna be a let loose type of moment coming up here. They're gonna be running around each other for possibly the first time all week.
Alright, pace car's in.
Green flag.
And the green flag is out. We're racing here in Chicago.
Man, it looks like the 8 got a better start on that. He is going to take position down into 1. I don't think Dustin Lee had that pay off. Oh, Dustin Lee almost touches the wall. Wow, they go wide.
Well, he did mention off air that this is kind of a wider track, and, well, they're taking advantage of that for sure.
Yep, I believe the rule, though, on the front stretch is you can't go below the white line unless you're trying to avoid a caution, but Ken Richardson, Mitchell Reeves there battling for third.
As a little bit as James Lehman does get out to we got a good fight doing the 2-car Dustin Lee and the MaxSpeedTV sponsored car of Derek Galacci. Nice looking paint job there, if I do say so myself.
Yep, over the top paints and designs. Mr. John Hendrick fluffing that car out, looking nice in the 03. Glad to see his connection issues have ended. Dustin Lee falling back, now at third. In front of his teammate Mitchell Reeves is James Lemon. Continues to edge out a good lead.
He's up to about 7/10 of a second, and he's running his own deal right now, as the battle is obviously behind our leader.
No, and that's where James will like it. 8-car, James just returning from overseas. Glad to have him back here at Loose Lug Nuts Racing. It'd be wonderful to start his first week back with a win.
Oh, wouldn't that be quite a nice thing? And it looks like we lost Brandon Thornhill to bad internet connection.
Oh, well, let's hope it doesn't strike up here in the booth either, Keith.
Yeah, let's not go over that last week, huh?
Yeah. They're just single filing, and I'm trying to find a battle out here.
Looks like Ronald Klein is being challenged right now for 6th by Kevin Winter.
Yep, Kevin Winter on the bottom of the 78, Ronald Klein 76 on the top side. Neck and neck. I think Kevin's going to get a go this corner.
That outside line does seem to be the better place to be at this point.
Yeah. Wow, 76 get a run off of turn 4 like that.
Yeah, he really did. That was a great run.
And it might be the place to be coming off of 4, but it doesn't look like it was a great place to be off of 2 as he just maintained. Or Kevin Winter has just smoked out his tires as the 4-car now comes up to challenge the 78.
I tell you, I've driven these cars a whole lot. It is so easy to burn that right front away. You don't even realize you're doing it till it's too late.
Yep, Kevin Winter showing 4 of Wesley Holland. No pass this time. West just maintains. Kevin Winter almost up into the wall. But James Lehman in that 8, he's quietly sitting first, but I think Derek Luchocki is going to start running him down.
Yeah, that nice Dale Jr. inspired paint job right there.
That it is. Oh, 8. Derek, he's running his race. I'm not seeing too much falling off as long as he steers clear of those walls. might be a challenge up for sixth, as Kevin Winters now drove back to the rear end of the 76.
And has got Wesley Holland with him.
Yep, got a little bit of aero push going on the straightaways, helping probably. I saw the 0-2 high out of 1 and 2 there. Wow.
Yeah, as we see this battle for now 7th with Wesley Holland getting past Kevin Winter, it seems to me that you can hold the bottom line, but you lose so much momentum that it's not even worth trying.
No, Ronald Klein now has a new contender for his spot that no one's been able to get past him. So let's see. West, nope. Kevin Winter's going to go under Wes Holland. Going to take away the momentum off the corner for 78. Wow, I'm sure that Ford just ran up to the back end of that 76 too.
Oh, absolutely.
76 playing the middle game. Wow, if he gets a bad run off of this corner, he's
whoa, look out!
Good on Kevin Winter to go down. There was just no room there. 76 just stood in the middle and said, "Both of you can't pass me at the same time."
Yeah, it was like he threw a block on both of them without actually throwing a block on them.
No, I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know. If you don't want to get past, I guess that's the way to do it. Here comes West, though, back at it again. Kevin Winter really got off the gas, though. It was really good for him. I think West
he may
is
have caught better at that one.
Yeah, West is going to have to do some type of crossover move or do a typical West fashion and maybe just move them.
Yeah, they'll pull a slide job on him or something. I'm not sure, but he's trying to figure it out right now. I think he's faster than Ronald Klein. He just can't quite get around him.
Yeah, and I hate to focus on this battle right now, but this is where we're seeing the action. I'm not seeing too much moving in the standings at the moment.
No, everything is pretty stable right now as we're now on lap 13. Not too much has changed really in the top 5. We're kind of focusing on this battle between Ronald Klein, Wes Holland, and Kevin Winter because it's it's probably the best battle we have out there right now.
Yep. We'll just mention it offhand as we still view the battle, waiting for it to develop a little bit further. James LeBon has lost 3 tenths, so we might be looking at him here shortly as Kevin Winter now looking down at the bottom off the corner. Not going to get it, but he still sucks up the back end of Ford. West wants all the push he can behind him as he tries to get back to Ronald Klein.
Yeah, you know, and they're approaching 200 miles an hour coming out of the front stretch, so you can get a tiny bit of draft going into one if you work it right.
Yeah, just a little bit of something. Kevin Winter's going to go under the 4. I think West says it's your turn. Ron's not letting me pass.
No, he made that pass work, but just barely.
Yeah. West not too happy about it as he scoots up out of the way. Wow, the 78 almost came up and clapped the wall. 78 under the tire, loose.
Loose.
And then he got tagged.
Yeah. Brings out the caution. Oof.
Yeah, we got the view it. 76 broke loose first. We'll make sure of that, though, before saying it too loudly. Replay will be coming up here shortly.
What it looks like having. Ronald Klein just gets a little loose, and Kevin Winter really just had no choice. I mean, he was really nothing he could do. He just kind of barely taps the bumper of Ronald Klein, and that sends him spinning through the infield.
Yep. Just a great battle going on there. So it's going to close the gap, and we're going to see how these guys go into pit road, because I'm sure they were only about 5 laps from doing so.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely see him coming into pit road. Their times are already, you know, even only 15 laps in. We're already 2 seconds, or practically 2 seconds slower than when they started the race.
Yep, here they all come in, and the guy that's going to have the best box is back at 3rd, and James LeMond is in the number 2 box. I think the worst of wear here is going to be Derek Luchacki in the number 6 box for the top 3 at least.
Yep, it is definitely feeding time at the zoo now as everybody gets gas and fresh tires.
Good roll into his pits there for the 8. Same thing with Dustin Lee and Derek Luchacki. They all got in their pits safely. I didn't see no scooting back.
Nope, they really look like they got in pretty well. I mean, pit speed is, 50 miles an hour, so... Oh, and look at that! Luchacki got out second. Really good pit stop. Couldn't quite beat Dustin Lee, but James Lehman, who came in as the leader, is now back in 4th.
Yeah. Spoils go to the guy that qualifies first.
That's right. That number 1 pit stall is definitely an advantage.
Alright, well, since he won the battle off of pit road, we're going to go ahead and bring up Dustin Lee and give him a quick talking to.
If you can find him.
Dusty, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alright, man, you faded back after the start of that, but what a qualifying time, and I know this is probably your best chance right now to win a race this season. What do you got to look at tonight to get up to that?
Yeah, I was trying to drop back to save some tires there, but I don't really know if there's any saving at this place. But, main thing is just try to stay up front here and minimize my mistakes. I know my pit road has been my kryptonite here lately, so maybe we can get on pit road and get off pit road, nice and easy this time.
Well, you do have the number 1 pit stall, and all you got to do is lurch the car forward, and you win off pit road most of the time. So you got that rolling for you. Most of the time, I think at cautions you're going to do well, but I want to see you come out here and get a strong run and fight for that win here tonight, buddy.
Copy that. Will do.
All right, Dustin, we'll see you hopefully at the end of the night, man.
Yep.
Alright, we should be going green in 1.5 more laps or so, and get these guys back going. It was a pretty decent green flag run there.
Yeah.
But as we saw, as the laps wear on, these tires get wore out, and for Ronald Klein, he just literally got loose, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, he was in the toughest racing, and I know we said it twice. Now we're going to say it a third time. That was the prime racing going on right there with 3 great drivers: Ronald Klein, Wes Holland, and Kevin Winter. So it was just incidental contact, and I think the way Kevin Winter hit him was at least nice enough to get him sideways and lose speed before he hit the inside wall.
Yeah, it didn't look like he had too much damage, but he's back out. He is in 19th right now, so we'll see how well he can catch back up through this field as the lights on the pace car off are going green this time by.
Yep, 1.5 miles. We got another mile to go before we see it come back green. Temperatures are down on the track. We're still at over 100 degrees on track, so maybe help it out some.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I think as the track rubbers up, it's going to help a little bit, but we'll see if there's any clouds that come by and cool the track off a little.
Oh, that's what I want to see. Dustin Lee saying no to the high side start this time around. We'll see him on the bottom as soon as the pace car drops.
All right, Jeff, it's your turn. Let's get him going.
All right, pace car looking down. Dustin Lee looking for it. His turn to fire anytime now.
Green flag.
And he gets her going right before the green flag comes out and gets a decent 1.5 car length lead, bringing Mitchell Reeves with them. Mitchell Reeves is going to have the number 2 spot running down in turn 2. Derek Luchacki caught on the outside. James Lehman's now going to challenge up for 3rd. He may not get it with a good run off the corner.
Mitchell Reeves with a really powerful move there to stay on the inside and pass Luchacki for second. Sorry, geez.
Yep. And the 03 just seems hung out there, but not really hung out when you power off the turn 4 like that. Wes Holland now peeking in. Mitch Reeves, Mitch, you could have put if that wasn't his teammate, Mitch would have put a move on him right there.
A severe block, yeah. And look who's up here in the mix now, too. Wesley Hollins. Like, hey, boys, let me join this party.
Yep. Top 5 cars running out. Mitch Reeves. Oh, they touched doors.
Oh, he gets loose, but he... Great job. That was a good save as they take him 3 wide. They're going out of 4.
Yep. No momentum. Wes Hollins going to get by him. I think Ken Richardson is going to do the same. We're going to stay up front, though. Yellow flag somewhere.
Just not sure who.
We're looking through the field right now. I see the 00 with some damage. Trying to find it out here, Mr. D'Amico's land. Well,
that wasn't him.
Mystery caution it is. Josh Scott, the 142 is fallen far behind, so he has damage-ish. Well, either way, we'll just say it this. Oh, wow. You should have seen what I just seen. The pit road. '03 and Derek Luchaki just faked out a couple of the guys to go down pit road. So we're looking still for the replay, I believe. Oh, we had a little bit of a left to right going on down on the pit road, and got some guys to fake out. I think the 8 car of James Lehman went down pit road thinking the leaders was getting down there, but he was the only one. Oh, mystery caution it is. I think we would have had a caution up front anyways there, Keith, on that one.
Well, yeah, it was there. They were getting really racy there. You know, obviously there was some minor contact when Mitchell Reeves got a little loose there, but otherwise they did pretty well. But our very own MaxSpeedTV car is in the lead right now, so let's bask in that glory for a little bit.
Yep. 03 out in front as the caution flag flew. Looking a little bit different. That was a quick 1-lap dash there. Not going down pit road. We'll grab a quick interview with Derek and see what he has to say being up front. Hey, Derek, this is Jeff at the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. You get back out front. You had some strong battles there at that restart. I believe you're going to be challenged again from the guys. What do you got for the rest of the race?
Yeah, you know, I've just been trying to save my tires as best as I can for Chicago anyway. But, yeah, definitely a strong group of guys. Dustin, Wesley, Mitchell, all really fast. Should be a good show tonight for you guys.
Oh, yeah, we were loving the action there. You got MaxSpeedTV on the hood. I know Mr. D'Amico's and the rest of the MaxSpeedTV organization is glad to see you out front representing. Hopefully, though, man, like I said, you'll be there at the end of the night. Any like fuel strategy things you think that'll come up at the end of this race?
That caution right there could have been a big part in this race. A few guys ended up pitting, so that's probably like 2 gallons more gas than we actually have now. But yeah, if we get long enough green flag runs, it should bring the field out enough and have some interesting pit strategies at the end of this.
All right, Derek, thanks for those insights, and we'll talk to you later, bud.
And 4.
I mean, obviously it's the paint job that's helping him out. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah, it could be.
All right, lights are out on the pace car. We're about ready to go back to green here in another lap.
Yep, different guys inside the top 10. Chris Voiles has battled his way up. Same with Judd Danielson, John Pansula, Brian Tribble, who didn't qualify. He's running 9th. And the guy who's been fast most of the night and leading the most laps is all the way back in 10th, James Lehman.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of work to do to catch up, but still very early in the race.
He's one of the guys that went down pit road just to go down pit road, I think. Dustin Lee now stuck back up on the high side. It is Derek Luchaki's race to start. Pace car down.
All right. And the 03 car gets him started again. We're back to green flag racing. Good start. But Dustin Lee is right on his quarter panel there. We'll see if... Oh, and he does. Derek does clear him coming into turn 1. Wesley Holland is battling for 3rd with Mitchell Reeves. And somebody we haven't talked to about too much tonight, Ken Richardson in that 049 car is in pit.
Yep, Ken, usually a Saturday night runner on the Xfinity series, showing up every once in a while here over into the A car. Derek Luchaki getting passed there by Dustin Lee. Wes Holland now going to apply the pressure.
Oh, these top 4 racing like it's the last lap here. Look at these guys.
Yeah, I think Wes backed off there. He was seesawing on the bumper, the 03. 03 now back on the 2 car, Dustin Lee, as we go down the backstretch.
Kind of pulls out there, and Dustin Lee kind of throws a block.
Yep, small block.
He's lucky it's early in the race. That probably wouldn't have flied if it was a couple of laps ago. He had turned him.
Yep, and you know, the 4 there's just playing it safe. It looks like same thing with the 03. They're going to let off. The guy coming back now on the 4 cars, the 02 Mitchell Reeves.
Yeah, Derek Galachi got a very good run there coming off of 2. But it's so hard to make it stick on the inside line here as Dustin Lee has so much momentum coming off that corner.
Yep, Derek made it hard there on bottom. Caution flag again. We will try and find this one.
The 161 car of Kyle Chadwick seems to be involved. Oh, yeah, that's kind of a multi-car involvement there.
Yep, 3 wide racing. Replay coming up here. Oh, yep, just a guy that's trying to maneuver around the top side. It looks like the 161 got moved up. 01 moved up, bounced off the wall, came back and hit the 161.
Yeah, that wall has a tendency to ricochet the car right back down in the middle of people. I'm actually surprised more cars were involved in that. There's some good driving for some of those guys to get past that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think with all the cars involved, I'm seeing the 13 right now with some huge motor damage, Brandon Murray. So that sucks for him because I don't think he ended up anything but getting hit in that situation. Another quick caution here, though. We're going to go ahead and run our commercial here for this evening. Mr. D'Amico fires that up, and we'll be right back here on MaxSpeedTV.
iRacing, the world's biggest premier in online sim racing, gives you, the driver, an experience of a lifetime in competing against some of the best drivers in the world. All drivers take their hand at each track and they want to look good while putting it up front. Wouldn't you like to do the same? Introducing iWraps, one of the leading online iRacing paint venues, offers you any custom paint that you desire. Show off your sponsors and style while running some of the greatest sim racers out there and look great while pounding the pavement or spinning in the dirt. Any color or any design, no request is too small. From sprint cars to cup cars, they cover anything you want. Want to show off that local venue? Or how about running one of your favorite real-world drivers' paint? iWraps does it all. Custom suits, helmets, cars, and logos. Just ask and they will make it look like $1 million while you're going 1,000,000 miles an hour. iWraps produce high-quality virtual paint designs for iRacing vehicles of all kinds. Search iWraps on Facebook and send a message today to make your iRacing experience more than just making laps in a pre-made paint scheme. iWraps, the top of the line in online racing paint wraps.
Alright, welcome back as we are working our third caution of the night. A little bit of shake-up in the standings so far as we had some people come down pit road and some stayed out. So James Lehman is back in the lead. Brian Tribble third. David Johnson third. I think Brian said Brian Tribble second, sorry. Robert McFarland fourth, and rounding out your top five, Aaron Nash in the 066. So big shake-up there with some people coming down pit road and others not.
Yeah, I think the safe one, though, out of that bunch is James, as he did pit on the short caution before, so he'll do fine. Brian Tribble, a little bit of an unknown, but like I said, he had just snuck into the top 10 previous to that caution, so it is there for people to take advantage of, and maybe they just want to get the track position.
Yeah, it does seem to be safer up front now, so we'll see what happens here as we're going to go green here very shortly.
Yep. Unfortunately, the 70 car of Mike Donahue put it behind the wall. It looks like Brandon Murray joining us up on YouTube. He was in a 13. I'm sure he's waiting on repair work to get done.
Yeah.
The elbow room's a little bit crowded up here at the moment. Keith and I take up quite a bit big, and then you got all D'Amico's gadgets all laying around.
Is that a fat joke?
Well, it would be for me. All right, pace car down. Wow, James Lehman spun the tires. So did Brian Tribble.
Yeah, there was all kinds of spinning going on there.
Wow, 03 stuck out behind Robert McFarland. He dives down. We're going to watch this battle as it's going to intensify. 03 Derek Luchaki, yellow flag quickly out.
Give me your tap there, bud.
Wow, this is not shaping up to be a good show at the moment. We'll try and find what happened this time.
See the 066 getting hit in the back by the 85.
Replay coming up here, those two cars. That 066 was way off the pace. Looks like the 066 got down into the marbles below the white line and tried to come back up onto the racing surface, and he was just not fast enough and got tagged.
Yeah, that was just simply a case of somebody being so far off the pace that it actually kind of surprises you a little bit when you see somebody come up to you that quick.
Yep.
Yeah, we definitely have a request from chat to have some driver input, as it seems Brandon Murray is pretty much out of the race.
Well, you know what, Brandon? He's not going to hear it till afterwards. Is he still here? I'm going to surprise him. Alright, Brandon. We didn't look at your 13 car too much. I'm sure it's on pit road somewhere. So, what's your perspective of why we're seeing some quick cautions here right now, man?
The track's been heating up pretty much the entire race. It started out at like 86 and it's up into the hundreds now. So, just the looseness coming out of the corners is insane.
Now, I've heard tight cars, dump truck cars for the last like 3 weeks. You're telling me there's a loose car and y'all are still not getting this one?
Yeah, basically that's exactly what's going on right now.
Alright, I know you're sitting out there in chat watching the race with the rest of us. You know, you got your teammates out here, but who do you think has showed the most promise here this evening?
James Lehman, man, he was fast in practice, qualified pretty good. I was in actual private practice with him earlier, and that guy's a rocket. Him or probably Mitch Reeves, those guys generally are pretty good. That's where I'm putting my money anyway.
If we had money to put on it. Yep. So during your crash there, I didn't catch it. Did you take like a back end shot or something that killed the car?
Yeah, it looks like the 01 bounced off the wall, came down, turned across the nose of the 166, and from what I saw on the replay, it just caught me right in the right rear and sent me up into the wall. Really not much I could do there. They were slowing up, so I tried to make the pass, and that was a bad idea.
Oh, if anyone wants to listen from my perspective, it ended up being like a racing deal, and the Mr. Pansula was forced off the bottom into the middle, which forced the car above him up more. And you know, I think Mr. Pansula was on the top side, so
yeah, it wasn't.
It just happened like he may have came off the wall a little bit too jerky, but sometimes that's your reaction when you hit the wall.
Yeah, he came over the race chat, said he really didn't have any option. He hit the wall and it just bounced off and came across the track, which I know exactly what he's talking to. I did the same thing to Cody Griffin a couple of weeks ago at Texas, so not much you can do about it when you hit the wall that hard.
All right, well, Mr. Murray's, we're going to be doubling up here. Thank you for your insights here for this caution. Maybe we'll talk to you later on tonight if we got some fill time.
Hey, sounds good, man. I've got 30-something minutes of repair, so holler at me whenever.
All right, Brandon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Right, we might have some bonus commentary here coming up throughout the race.
Yeah, try not to switch her over to quick commercials all the time, but pace car lights are out. Basically the same starting field as we did last time, say minus a driver or two.
Yeah, let's hope these guys, I mean, they had a pretty decent green flag run at the beginning of the race, but these quickie cautions, they do seem to pop up.
Yeah, they're stacking them right now. Our official caution counter out in chat will tell us when we get to, you know, another number. But pace car down. James Lemon doesn't spin the tires this time. Brian Tribble does in front of the 03. 8 cars having a huge lead.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit more tire spin there that slowed up the second row there, and off he goes.
Yep, Derek's going to have to be patient as Brian Tribble will get out of his way eventually. Here comes the 03, Derek with jockey. Not officially yet. James Lehman getting out there in that 8 car for a nice lead. Derek's going to have to run him down, followed by, looks like David Johnson behind that.
Yeah, and you can see that the older tires of Brian Tribble are definitely causing some trouble now, as he's already lost 2 spots.
Yeah, Brian Tribble will find himself up there again eventually when he's on even scale. But nope, I was wrong about the 15, and I can't see who that is. Is that Mitch Reeves? Wow, he just stuck in there.
No, that's why he's the point leader. Suddenly, bam, there he is.
Yep. Mitch Reeves rarely finishing outside of the top 5, so
Yep, and as the races go on, I think he is definitely going to be the guy to beat for the championship for sure.
Oh, yeah. And points will get all shuffled up. Once again, the caution flies.
Oh, looks like Wesley Holland is involved. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. A little three-wide action that caught Wesley Holland off guard and spun him around.
Yep, 3 wide. West just came across the nose of the 2. He saved it, really. Yeah. Not save it, but he saved it.
Didn't hit anything, really, so not too much damage, if any at all, so that at least was something.
No, you just... No room left to go. Accidentally came down across the 2 of Dustin Lee. And I don't think Dustin Lee received any set of that damage amount either, other than maybe some iRacing incident X's. All right. One of these days, though, we will get over to Michael D'Amico's Crank It Up cam, but we're going to watch them as they go down pit road in here. If that wasn't clear, Mr. D'Amico charged that Crank It Up cam. We'll be getting to it really shortly, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Derek Luchacki staying out. James Lehman going in, as most of the field will go in. I think Derek Luchacki just wants to stay out and away from other people at the moment. James Lehman into his box nice and clean. So is Dustin Lee. James Lehman. I think that's Mitchell Reeves, Ken Richardson, and Dustin Lee didn't get out. Kevin Winter out behind. Kevin Winter has some huge damage on the back end of his car. All right. 03, Derek Luchacki staying out. Same thing with the 68 of Brandon Thornhill. We're going to go ahead and bring up James Lehman and talk to him real quick.
Thank you.
James, you got a copy there, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Cutting you off there talking with your teammates, but you've had a fast car here tonight. You've led the most green flag laps, I will say that. So you're looking to get back up front. I know you got contention with the 03, the other fast car here on the night. Any other things you want to do for the rest of the evening?
To be honest, I want to get these laps. I want to cut them in half and just go green for a little bit, because really the real fun's going to start once we get about 15 laps on these tires and people start getting a little bit more loose. That's when the real fun and racing is going to really start. But this caution fest is just boring.
I hear that. Now, first week back, looking for your first win back. You got a chance here tonight. What do you think you're going to have to do if we go back to those green flag laps?
Not make stupid moves like I did the other 2 series this week. Made some stupid moves earlier this week, so and this week, this series, I'm just trying to make the right calls and hopefully get in the victory lane.
All right, James. Once again, we'll hope to see you at the end of the night, buddy.
Thank you.
Quick word there with the 8 car, who's going to be starting second, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like our leader has chosen the outside for this restart.
Yeah, Brian Tribble restarted down below both times that we saw. Now, he was on different tires, I believe, or we believe. So he had a little bit of a shaky start down there. Maybe the 03 is hoping the 8 will do the same.
Well, we're going to find out in a little bit over half a lap.
Yep. Green flag racing is what these guys want. Green flag racing is hoping what we can give you. Just depends. I mean, we haven't had but one major caution. Two if you count Ron's incident early on in the race. So these have just been quick spins, and we're back at it 5 laps later. But these are long, drawn out cautions, and we'll get back to green flag, I think.
Yep. Pace car lights are out, so we're just about ready to go. As that pace car gets out of the way here, and the 03 car is going to get us going back to green flag. Whoa, Mitchell Reeves! Real bad tire spin there. It kind of stacks everybody up behind him. He's going to lose all kinds of spots with that one.
Yeah, worse for wear. That was the 3-car Mark Jackson tagged him. So he might have a little nose damage. Whoever was behind Mark Jackson, I'm sure got tons of damage. It was Judd Danielson. Real stack up. Bad to see it, but we called it. If you just gas her too much, it's going to do that on the bottom.
Oh yeah, it was a chain reaction with the 3-car Mark Jackson, Judd Danielson, and Kevin Winter all kind of getting a little bit of damage there from that tire spin.
Yeah, I think we're going to see something here. The real winner out of that was Ken Richardson. Wow, he just shot up to the front.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but yeah, he took off there, and although James Lehman is right there with him challenging for the lead.
Yep, Derek not pitting on that last one, so he's running roughshod in third. James Lehman now trying for the pass.
He's in front, but he's not going to be able to quite clear Marizzi.
And I think he got enough to clear him, just not on the stretch. He'll go into the corner, possibly clear him out. Derek Luchaki back up to Ken Richardson.
Oh, watch out!
Yeah, watch it, 03. That's a little bit tough racing there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was all over that bumper.
Yeah. James Lehman now back out to first. Derek Luchaki now in the battle for second with Ken Richardson. We didn't see how Ken Richardson got at the front. I imagine it was almost under that wall. Imagine Ken Richardson just shot through a corner up to the lead.
The wall does have a tendency to sneak up on you.
Yep, good battle for second. I think it's clearing out here. Our leader is the 8 of James Lehman. Try to find a battle as we watch our leader at the moment. We'll call out the battles when we see them.
See Holland trying to get March his way back up the field after that little spin out that he had.
Yeah, Wes Holland battling for around the 13th, 14th position. Now fighting Judd Danielson for 14th. I think he'll make a nice pass here. Jeff Gilmore on the back of him. Jeff Gilmore had a great race a few weeks back, and first week back since then.
Oh, he was thinking about making a 3 wide there, but thought better of it.
Yeah, Jeff Gilmore, seasoned driver, he chose not to make that move. That 4-car of Wesley Holland takes along 57, and the battle is over for the moment. As I'm sure the 4 will be marching down other cars. Let's see what else we can find out in the field.
And it does seem that once that 8-car gets into clean air, he is gone. He is out to over a second lead now, and when he was back in traffic, he really couldn't make any moves, but he got out in that clean air, and he's out of here.
Yep, 8-car, like you said. And when we talked to him, I made mention to him, he ran the best green flag laps up front. Derek Luchaki was running second last time on the long run, and he tracked him down a bit, but not all the way.
And I'm seeing that there's some clouds overhead now, so the track is going to be cooling off a little bit.
Oh, it's below 100 degrees now. I believe we're sitting at 97 degrees finally.
That'll probably make some of these guys happy.
Oh yeah, I branded with Murray when we had him up here talking with us. That's what he was on about, was the huge track temperature change from practice to qualifying to race time.
Good battle for second here as we have the 808 of Taylor Potts kind of joining the fray here.
Yep, Taylor Potts a great driver. He just seems to get into a little bit of a mess every time he sneaks up into the top 5, and we lose sight of him at the end of the night.
Well, let's hope he has a good finish this time.
Yeah, he ran a good Indianapolis race, then got caught up, I believe, doing some passing, and other people didn't pass him right, so. 049, quick out to that lead, and we didn't see it, but he's maintaining. I like what he's doing. Maybe he just raced for position, and now he's where he's at, but he's made great strides to move up to the top 5.
Yeah, and he could be just kind of hanging out there trying to save as much tire as he can, although we've heard from a couple drivers that that's really not the easiest thing to do here.
No, it's not. And the name of the game is going to be to save tires as long as we stay green. I'm trying to find a car outside of the line, running a different group, but most of them are running the same. Caution out. I am bad. I should not talk about flags.
Yeah, looks like the one car of Robert McFarlane gets a little help. Looked like the one car of Robert McFarlane got tagged a little bit by the 142 of Josh Scott. They kind of made a little bit of contact, spun him around just enough to bring the caution out. So I expect to see some pit stops coming up here. I think they ran enough green flag that they're going to want to come in and get those tires replaced.
Yep, and in the meantime, if Mr. D'Amico can't find the caution, we are going to go to another commercial break. And we'll be right back on MaxSpeedTV. Hang on, everyone.
iRacing, the world's biggest premier in online sim racing, gives you, the driver, an experience of a lifetime in competing against some of the best drivers in the world. All drivers take their hand at each track and they want to look good while putting it up front. Wouldn't you like to do the same? Introducing iWrap, one of the leading online iRacing paint venues, offers you any custom paint that you desire. Show off your sponsors and style while running some of the greatest sim racers out there and look great while pounding the pavement or spinning in the dirt. Any color or any design, no request is too small. From sprint cars to cup cars, they cover anything you want. Want to show off that local venue? Or how about running one of your favorite real-world drivers paint? iWraps does it all. Custom suits, helmets, cars, and logos. Just ask and they will make it look like $1 million while you're going 1,000,000 miles an hour. iWraps produce high-quality virtual paint designs for iRacing vehicles of all kinds. Search iWraps on Facebook and send a message today to make your iRacing experience more than just making laps in a pre-made paint scheme. iWraps, the top of the line in online racing paint wraps.
Alright, welcome back as we are working our 6th caution of the night.
Yep, don't need to go over this number here tonight, as I think that's the bar that was set last night. But we're only 61, 62 laps into this race of 133 laps. They got more than halfway to go still. And seeing a little bit of cars out front looking to get their laps back. That is the 68 of Brandon Thornhill and the 44 of Ray Richard. Ray Richard filling in for me last night and helping out with ASN, watching that Xfinity race. Thank you, Ray.
Alright, as everybody gets lined up here, we're going to go green next time.
Yep, James once again choosing the outside. I don't know if that's good with a strong 03 on the bottom, but we'll find out. I think tire spin is the downfall at the bottom, at least.
Yeah, and I honestly think that he does a better job up on the high side anyway, because he gets that really good jump and is able to clear them. And then he just sails off into the sunset.
Yep, I think that's what we'll see again, unless Derek the jockey can provide some entertainment. 049's there. We'll probably stick closer to the front at the start of this green flag session to make sure the 049 doesn't, miracle his way up again into first place.
Hey, it could happen. You never know. Let's hope Mitchell Reeves gets a better start.
Yep, green flag out in field 8 with that jump, as you said, 03. Didn't see too much tire spin throughout the top of the field. Ken Richardson now into 3rd. Mitchell Reeves going to fall back to 4th.
Yeah, and that he got that great jump like he did last time, and now he's got that clean air, so he is going to do his best to separate himself from everybody else.
Yellow, yellow.
And the other flag is back out quickly once again. We are going to figure it out, I guess, and see who caused it this time.
Like the 066 is involved again. Yeah, he just gets loose coming off of turn 2 and self-spins. Doesn't look like he hit anything, but he definitely brings out the caution with that spin.
If we're unable to find it on Mr. D'Amico's end, it's not going to look at it. Yeah, a lot of times if it breaks the contact on the iRacing side, it won't capture on a replay, and it's unfortunate. But I guess
technology, I tell you what.
It is. Aaron Nash no longer on the field.
Yeah, it looks like he had caused.
Yep, that's probably why an admin asked the 066 to
park it for the night.
Yep. It is what it is. We'll move on from an admin call. 44 getting a lucky dog there. Another lap back for the 44 of Ray Richard.
Never want to see anybody removed from the server, but he was obviously having some troubles, and they felt it necessary to take action.
Yeah. It is what it is. It was done by the boss man, so it usually sticks like that.
Yep. Probably not going to see any pit takers on pit road just because we had not even finished a lap.
I do want to point out something interesting. With the way the cautions are falling, I'm seeing some drivers go below the white line under caution and coast down there and clutch it. I think Wes Holland's doing that right now. A couple other drivers.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to be in fuel save mode, try to get it done in as few pit stops as possible. Although, you know, there is still a potential for a green flag stop. However, with the cautions the way they're falling, it may not happen tonight. We can hope, but you never know.
Yep, with 7 cautions so far, we'll go ahead and remind you, over-the-top paints and designs, Loose Lug Nuts Top Shelf Auto and Detailing Cup Series here, having a worrisome night, but, you know, when we see the green flag runs, they've been really well. We just got to get there and stretch them even further.
Oh, yeah, the racing has been very good when the green flag is out. There's no doubt of that. There's just got to get some guys to calm down a little bit. Everybody just needs to settle a little, and we'll get this race finished under green.
Yep, 30 cars took the field tonight. 24 on the lead lap still, and at least, I would say 26 on track.
And it looks like 24 cars are on the lead lap.
Yep.
Alright, the pace car lights are off, so we'll be hitting green flag again next time by.
Yep. Guys are gonna get her moving here soon. Let's see. Same setup as last time. I think Ken Richardson and Mitch Reeves flopped spots on the track.
Yep. It looks like Mitch Reeves kind of prefers that outside anyway, so that might be an advantage for him.
Oh, it's always good to start behind the fast guy and see what he's doing if you keep with him.
Without a doubt. Alright, we're going green on lap 68 of 133, so we're pretty much halfway.
Yeah, I would say a decent halfway mark right here. Now, let's just hope for the second half of this race to be 10 times better, green flag-wise. And I'll stop mentioning flags, too, because, boy, it's a bad luck.
Let's just stop that altogether. Alright, pace car is in.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green flag's back out as James Lehman gets us going again here at Chicagoland. Gets out to a pretty decent lead, although that 03 car is hanging right with him.
Yeah, best start we've seen from the 03 on the bottom all night. James is going to have the run off the corner. No, he is not 03 now. Great contention, but here's the real tricky part. Can he maintain that bottom on 3 and 4?
That's going to be tough to do. We've seen that outside lane is definitely the preferred place to be. As you can see, the 03 car gets just a tiny bit squirrely coming off the 4. That's going to hurt his momentum a little.
Yep. 8 and 03 continue to battle out. Same thing with the 049 and 02. They are battling, and neither one is gaining on the other. 02 Mitch Reeves threw a move there. Same thing with the 03. He's going to chalk the 8 up way on the outside.
Yeah, he's trying to force him up there, but it didn't quite work.
No, he chalked them there at the rear quarter panel, but I think the 8 preferred it up there anyways.
Yeah, I think so. Mitchell Reeves, I think, is faster. He just can't quite figure out how to get around him.
No, he made that car in 3 different lanes from one corner to the next, and I think Mitchell Reeves has something to say and contend with as the 03. Now, again, below the 8. Let's see what the 8 does. 8 not going to be able to get the speed back. No move thrown. 02 Mitch Reeves stays where he's at. So Derek Luchaki now back up to the lead.
in that wonderfully nice MaxSpeedTV paint job.
Yep, 8 car now below, a late pass through the middle of the corner possibly. Not going to have a great run off the corner, still trying to find back to the lead. Mitch Reeves picking the 8 car. You know, with the cooling of the track, we're going to see possibly a different line.
Yeah, the track has been fluctuating between about 100 degrees and 85, so you just never know what it's going to be.
That it is. Ooh, almost touching there.
It's like Mitch Reeves is trying to get second away from James Lehman there.
Yep, this is James' weirdest run, or I would say worst run, starting out front this evening. Mitch gonna be looking for a crossover move here, I bet. Watch for him to throw it. Nope. He gets put up to the outside. 8 got a great run down there, but 03 said no.
Yeah, he's like, no, not you've led enough. Let me do this for a while.
Yeah, 03 likes the fresh air. 02 wants to see the fresh air. He goes down below the 8. Mitch Reeves now trying to make that move.
And Dustin Lee in 4th is trying to catch up to these guys. See if he can challenge a little bit here.
They keep swapping positions and keep that 03 in check. Dustin Lee will catch him. Mitch still looking. James now down at the bottom. As we get this going here, lap number 75 approaching. Mr. D'Amico is going to take this time, and we're going to fire a crank it up cam and see cars from different angles and listen to them as they pass.
Oh yeah, let's crank it up. We hope you enjoyed that little taste of our crank it up there. Derek Galachi is still in the lead, along with Mitch Reeves in 2nd and James Lehman in 3rd. Good battle between these 3. They're kind of flopping back and forth.
Yep, James now looking below the 02. Not going to make the pass this time. Dustin Lee still hunting like a shark back and forth, trying to catch him. We're seeing a totally different car out of the 8, running a different line comparatively to where he ran all night. I don't know if it's just because of what position he's in, or if it's because of track change.
Well, it could be a little bit of that, plus I really think that he does better in the clean air.
Yeah, Derek had him up there for a little bit and then shut the door on clean air. And we're seeing Derek jockeying the 03 MaxSpeedTV car, taking a little bit of time to get away from the others.
Yeah, he's got a small gap there, but you know, I just have a feeling Mitchell Reeves is. We haven't really seen what he can do yet. It hasn't been a long enough run, but if this keeps up, I think we're going to see it.
Yep. Let's see, 8 car now making that move. James back to second.
Yeah, I think Mitchell Reeves let him go.
Yeah, he just had too much momentum, and Mitch wasn't going to want to run him like that. James now turning up the heat. Well, I think James may have been off the throttle a little bit because he is doing something different.
Yep, I agree.
As he is now quickly hunting down the 03 Derek Wachaki, the 8, James Lehman in that Dale Jr. Paint scheme, it looks like. Top 3 really distancing themselves. Let's see if we can't find something back in the pack going on right now.
See a good fight there with Wesley Holland in 11th. That 4 car is trying to get back up into the fight after an earlier incident.
Yeah, involved in I think 2 of the quickie incidents. Oh, 40 car almost blocking right there. Taylor Potts all the way down at the bottom, up back onto the track. Chris Voiles involved in it. Garrett Potts, Jeff Gilmore's there. Jeff Gilmore, I've seen him tag along with Wes about wherever he's went tonight. And that battle quickly evaporated. Wes still gonna pile it on Chris Voiles and Taylor Potts in that 088.
Well, he's back up in the top 10 now, so he's got a chance.
Yep. Just a little bit back as Wes makes a really loose move is the 76 car of Ronald Klein. We saw him top 3 early on, or top 5, and he hasn't been able to get back up since.
No, he did. Whoa, watch out for that 15 car there. Get a little loose. Looks like he saved it.
Yep, they talked about loose, and that's the first time all season I've ever heard a driver say loose.
The 8 car is definitely cutting him down. We're going to have a challenge for Lee here real quick.
Yep, back out front onto it. 03 really slowing him down, making the 2-lane highway his 2-lane highway. Car wants the position, but it is going to be a job to pass 03 at Derek Wachaki. Derek running a different line than the 8, like I mentioned earlier. Here's the 8 trying to get up to the panel. Can't. He's going to have to, he should have snuck up behind him, but maybe he's better momentum. 8 ran it down far into that corner, too.
Yeah, he drove it in real deep there, and couldn't quite make the pass this time.
No, 03 still with the car length. Took 2 car lengths on the start-finish line.
Yeah, they've kind of distanced themselves from third-place Mitchell Reeves. They're kind of trying to fight this amongst themselves.
You know, they keep fighting too long, 02 Mitchell Reeves will sneak back in. Still a great battle. 03 just edging them out every time off of turns 4. It still looks, despite the track temperature changing. Oh, we're seeing some pits going on. 02 down on pit road.
Yeah, some green flag pit stops here. Yeah, we got a bunch of guys coming down.
Yep. Yeah, my strategy always.
Watch out there!
Wow.
Derek Wachaki gets a little loose coming
He gets
off
loose.
the
He got
racing
loose
surface.
again. He can't get it right.
Well, at least he kept it mostly straight, so that's a good thing.
Yep. Wes Holland up to the lead for the first time here this evening, as our leaders are on pit road or going through pit road.
We'll see when Wesley Hall decides he wants to pit.
He was in the top 10 as they started pitting. I think he's coming down pit road. Yes, he is. 4-car of Wes Holland down pit road.
And James Lehman does beat the 03 off of pit road.
That's where he wants to be, but I'm not sure how much clean air there is as we are going to cycle through traffic and everything else. Mitch Reeves with the pass. Look at that, Mitch Reeves.
Yeah, and he pitted a lap earlier, so that gave him a fresh.
Oh, wow.
Watch out!
03 did not need to be going that high up into the. He just scooted up there in front of Brian Tribble.
Yeah,
Brian Tribble's not going to be happy about that.
No, and he got some damage on the front of that car too. That's going to hurt.
Yeah. Brian Tribble had the room. Yeah, that's Brian Tribble giving it back.
They're kind of fighting mad here. Let's stay on these guys for a little bit.
Yeah. It was Brian Tribble's track as he had the momentum and speed and was not coming off of pit road, so Derek had to stay low, but, you know, Derek didn't escape with a clean car either. He messed up the spoiler.
And honestly, I think that's going to hurt the performance of that car from here on out unless he gets that fixed. So he's either going to hope for a caution now or he's going to have some trouble later on.
Yep, and that looks like it is, but, you know, we talk about the 03 and his damage. The 22 really did suffer.
Yeah, you did. It's actually a pretty hard hit.
Yeah, it was. 22 looking to make some momentum. Not going to do it. Let's go back up to the 02 and the 8 real quick as they're hunting down our leaders. Kyle Chadwick and Jeremy Crandall, I don't believe have pitted yet.
No, but the 161 is coming down pit road right now. So that puts the hoodless 092 car in the lead temporarily until he completes his pit stop.
Yeah, I was hoping I was seeing the same thing, that it was hoodless 092 Jeremy Crandall cranking out laps wherever he goes. He is way off the pace, 140 something miles an hour. I think he's out of gas.
Yeah, I heard it sputtering, so yeah, I think he's out. Put it just a little too far.
Yeah. Last lap, he should have pitted with Kyle Chadwick. Kyle Chadwick off. Mitchell Reeves will eventually get the. Nope, James Lehman's going to get the lead here.
Yeah, barely. Yeah, as we say now the fight for leads between the 02 of Mitchell Reeves and the 8 of James Lehman.
Mitch giving him a good battle here. What did you say? One lap pitted before James?
Yep. It was a lap before, so we did get the advantage of passing him. But as we can see, James Lehman is a little bit faster right now.
Yep. James Lehman out into his clean air. Let's see how effective it works for him once again. So I believe he is now going to be officially the lap leader on the evening.
Yeah, I count 51 laps led.
You know, I don't believe anyone else can surpass that amount unless something drastic changes. 8 scooting out to now about 5 car lengths. Derek Luchaki still hunting down 02's Mitchell Reeves after receiving that damage. Brian Tribble in that 22 car still maintaining his top 5.
Although he seems to be just a tad off the pace. It's hard to tell for sure. But that car I don't think is as happy as it was before the contact.
No, it definitely has a grumpy looking fold to the front with a Toyota Camry 22.
Yeah, kind of like me when I wake up in the morning.
Exactly. So our top 5, like I said, Brian Tribble 5th, Ken Richardson 4th. He's stuck there all night. He's just there. Derek Luchaki now up to second with Mitch Reeves falling to third.
Yeah, and see what happened was James Lehman got back into that clean air.
And we'll try and pick it up and see if Mr. D'Amico can pick it up, as the pace car will pick up the field.
Looks like it may have been James Brown.
Take a look, see if it's the 00.
Because he has disconnected. Yeah, he hit the wall, spun out, and goes head first into the outside wall, and that does bring out the caution, and I think he is done for the night. Meanwhile, we got the leaders coming into the pits. Probably topping off, seeing if they can make it to the end. Although 33 laps, that'd be tough.
Yeah. Keith's going to watch the main leaders. I want to see what the 22 car of Brian Trebble's going to do, if he's going to stay in the pits longer.
I think if he has any chance to contend, he's going to have to.
There wasn't too much. It ain't looking as angry as it was before. He didn't have to fold that nose down a whole bunch, and he still passes guys on pit road.
And the 03 of Derek Lukachi gets out in front of James Lehman.
That is going to be our battle here tonight, I think, with a dash of Mitch Reeves and possibly Dustin Lee throwing in.
Yeah, the battle off pit road has been really fascinating all night. I mean, these guys have been swapping the lead back and forth pretty much all night through off the pits.
All right. Who's the guy we have? You got anyone you want to talk to, Keith?
No, I'm good right now.
All right. Well, I'm going to bring up Mitch Reeves and see how that goes. See what he has to say.
I think we need to get some goldfish from him.
Hey, Mitch, you got a copy?
Yeah, we got you, man.
All right. You're in the third-ish position, depending on who stayed out. But, you know, you got the guys in front of you. We saw you up there with a one-lap lead advantage with your pit stop. You think you can find the line or find the momentum that the 03 and the 8 car have?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say absolutely not, Jeff. But I've been searching the whole night. I think I'm about where I should hopefully finish, maybe third or fourth, fifth place car at the moment. Those guys are really, really quick. So we may have to pull a strategy move out. Earlier in that run, when we go into that green flag run, I really killed the tires early in that run because I expected another caution, and then obviously it ran out. But James is really quick, and so is Derek. So you know, hopefully we can do something on the restarts and play our games, and maybe get lucky a couple times at the right time.
Now tell us real quick. We've seen, I think, almost a 20-degree difference in track temperature. Have you seen the effects of that change your line or the way you use tires?
Really, the tire usage has gone up in a bad way so far. I can feel like the front end's kind of almost sliding or plowing, for better terms. It just gets really tight on the front end. So I've been trying to kind of enter it high and then just shoot it low, almost like Texas, to see if I can maybe figure something out. But I don't know what I got to do to be as quick as James and Derek, but we're going to hopefully find out in about 30 laps.
All right, Mitch.
More goldfish, that's all I have to say.
Yes, thank God for goldfish.
That's right.
All right, Mitch, we'll hope to see you there at the end as the pace car lights are out. We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it was loose, and now I just heard him say it's pushing, so I'm guessing it's tight.
Yeah, you know, it seems like the track has gone through a couple of different changes throughout this race.
Not seeing much shade at the moment. It's more like an over cloudy situation. So the track temp 95 degrees, 94 degrees, and falling.
All right. Well, we're about 31 laps away from finishing this one off. Let's hope they can finish it off on the green as the pace car comes in. And the 03 of Derek Lawachi is going to lead us to the green as he gets a really good jump.
Yep, not favorable for that 8-car 02, right there behind the 049, trying to take advantage of the situation. Oh wow, Mitch almost pushed up into the 049 of Ken Richardson, but they did a good job not to touch.
Yeah, that was some good driving there. That could have easily caused something.
They slip into the line, and the top 5 is the top 5 right now. Believe it or not, Derek Jockey, James Lehman, Ken Richardson, Mitch Reeves, Dustin Lee. So not much changing. I think we're finding out what drivers brought to the track here this evening after over 100 laps. They're bringing their A game still, but moving back to 6th place here for a battle. Brian Tribble finishing up damage. Chris Boyle's there, as is Wes Holland.
Yeah, we got a good battle for this lead here. As I think James Lehman has a slightly faster car, but as we all know in racing, it's one thing to catch him, it's another one to pass him.
Yep, that was the problem during that green flag run. I think James just could not pass him. They've shown all night over there the 2 fastest cars. As Mitch is still searching, he may be saving gas and tires at the moment. Dustin Lee moving into 4th, passing Ken Richardson. Derek Jockey in the 03 MaxSpeedTV car still out in front of the 8-car James Lehman. James falling off a bit. Dustin Lee now hunting down his teammate of that 02, Mitchell Reeves.
Yeah, we got some good battles behind the lead here, but everybody's they're kind of closer together than they were before.
Yep, James showing his nose now to the 03 of Derek and trying to get him to loosen up off of his line. They're nose to tail now. James looking for any spot to go that Derek is not at. Wow, he's just got some good closing speed in those corners, but not so much off of it. Eight card still just that much away from the 03s. 03s in the middle of 2 grooves, making it just as fast.
I'm a little surprised he's trying to pass him on the low side. I mean, the outside line seems to have been the preferred way to go the entire race, but apparently not anymore.
No, it's a pushing car. They're all trying to stay low on the track as the car's probably pushing up towards the top side on exit. Oh, right up under the 03. They made no touch.
No, it was close, but I don't think they actually touched.
Yeah, they got close. Good driving by those two.
That is allowing the 3rd and 4th place car to catch up to him, so we're going to have a 4-car fight here very soon. Yep,
and hopefully James Lehman isn't, using up too much tires fighting that 03. He has to be. Slow car, now going to be in front. 78 of Kevin Winter, not necessarily slow, but going to be lap car.
Yeah, and as they're racing right now, I don't expect him to be too much of a problem.
No, he's probably a little bit faster. He was in contention earlier on in the night, but looks like he has a good bit of spoiler damage.
And James Lehman is doing his best to try to get around him, but he just can't quite make it.
No, he's got a couple more laps to work him. 03 if he's smart, keeping the heat on, not allowing the pass. Here he's going to show him the door of no pass, and the 8 is going to have to start all over again.
He's got to be a little careful. I mean, there's only 20 laps to go, but he can still burn off his tires and ruin any chances he has.
No, but we definitely have one more pit stop scheduled and penciled in for these guys, at least under green flag conditions at the moment, and that's where it's really going to shine on these top 2 guys. What do they do getting down on the pit road, and how well do they do it? Again for the pass. These guys are not given any room up here.
Not at all.
I think we got someone down on pit road.
Yeah, that's Dustin Lee is on pit road right now.
So we're seeing the 20 gap margin right here.
Oh, and here comes the leaders. Look out!
Oh wow, this is going to force a lot of people down pit road.
Well, and I think the 8 car made a really smart move by saying, you know what, I'm going to come down pit road now, and that forced the 03 to follow him, and that allowed Lehman to pass him coming on to pit road. So good move there.
Yep. Let's watch as these top 3, top 5 cars are on pit road. Ronald Klein technically in the lead, but we're keeping an eye on who wins the battle off. Taylor Potts, don't know if he was already on pit road. James Lehman, Mitchell Reeves off and rolling. Ken Richardson above Derek Luchacki, but James Lehman technically out into the proverbial race lead of pit stops.
The 03 car got a pretty bad exit or something. He got passed by a couple of guys.
Yeah, probably spun the tires in the box. Dustin Lee still out on the tracks. James Lehman jumps up high. He has to watch it as the 2 car will have the momentum.
Yeah, that merging back into traffic can always be trouble if you're not paying attention.
2 car, a teammate of the 02, ended up being like a pick there with the 8. Jeff Gilmore now back up to the lead as we'll cycle through this final green flag pit stop. Car was down on the track. I didn't catch who it was. Brandon Free. Oh, wow. Call it out, guys. Call it out.
Yeah, he looks like he was trying to get out of the way, but ended up kind of causing some more trouble.
Yeah, 57, Jeff Gilmore just getting past at the moment. He got nailed.
Yeah, he is kind of all over the track. I'm not sure if he's out of gas or if he's just, I don't know, because he just sort of drifted up and just got ran into.
Yeah, he needs to clear that car somewhere down. Oh, 85.
Yeah, I know. He almost got hit again.
Maybe he's on the cell phone.
Hang up and drive, you!
Yeah. Getting caught with the blinker on is the 57. But just to say it, there was no other flag flown there. So, I don't know. 57 now got a clean track to get down on. He was well off the pace. Still cycling through pits is Kyle Chadwick, Kevin Fetty, Jed Danielson, Jeff Gilmore, who we were just talking about, Robert McFarland, Jeremy Crandall have not pitted, to my knowledge, or Wes Holland, for that matter.
Yeah, I believe that. Basically, everybody from 6th place on has not pitted yet. Or 6th place forward, I should say.
Yeah, and Wes might be looking at getting lapped on the pit cycle, which is unusual because the 02 is going to pass him, and that means the 8 car has already passed him.
Yep. Yeah. I'm scoring James Lehman in the 7th spot right now, but as you said, not everybody is pitted yet. And we are 13 laps left, so I don't know if somebody may be trying to maybe risk it a little.
Who knows? Jeff Gilmore might have been, and that's what we were seeing, because he is still dead slow on it. Still, Kyle Chadwick out in front in the 161 car. He's not going to be out front too long. David Johnson now going to go up and pass him. '17th place car passing the hard way for the lap back. These are just guys on a different strategy altogether. Car, the leader through the pit cycle, not able to shake the 02 Mitchell Reeves. Derek Luchacki, who followed into the pits with that A car, the 03 Derek Luchacki, all the way back in 10th and not running so hot.
Yeah, like I said, I think he had kind of a bad time getting off a pit road or something, because he got passed by a couple of people there, and that kind of ended his chances right now with only 10 laps left.
Yep. 03 still has the ability to get there. We've seen no damage affect him. He still has a long line of cars in front of him of Dustin Lee, Mitchell Reeves, just to get back at the 8.
Yeah, exactly right.
And 02 Mitchell Reeves now up under the 8.
Although the leader is still the 161 of Kyle Chadwick, and he is no signs of coming in.
No, he's got to James Lehman. There's an 18-second gap, so that's about 3/5 of a racetrack time on James Lehman. So he's going to have to save quite a bit of fuel here.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's even possible. We're going to find out here in just a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, he is really clutching it in the corners. You can just tell.
Yeah, 01 John Pansula getting the lap back the hard way from 18th spot.
Well, and Kyle Chadwick does have about a 4-second lead over the second place Kevin Fetty of the 91. So, maybe he's thinking he can make it. I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin Fetty, Judd Danielson, Jeff Gilmore, all doing the same thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
We saw a fuel strategy race come in last week, and we're seeing it again last night on ASN, and here tonight too. Some guys taking that chance, searching for their win.
No, you know what? You got to give it a shot. I mean,
oh yeah, if you're not running that great, and this is the way you have to do it, you win either way you can. I mean, you're not wrecking anyone doing it this way, so it's kind of safe.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Brandon Murray in that 13 car, talked to him when he was getting some oil change done, and he's back out on the track, getting another lap back.
He's kind of our guest commentator there for a little bit. Oh, and Chadwick does coming into the pit, so he just couldn't quite make it. 6 laps short, that's sad.
Yeah, that is not enough. And if that rings true, Kevin Fetty, who has a 13-second advantage over Mitch Reeves.
And he is actually shutting the engine off.
Wow, he is, Kevin Fetty?
Yeah, I heard the engine just shut off.
Well, Mitch Reeves going to be on him really shortly, because I'm pretty sure they have enough fuel.
Yeah, he's got a 5.5-second lead over Mitchell Reeves right now with 5 to go. now 4 to go, and he's basically shutting the engine off on the straights. I don't think, even if he has enough gas, he's not going to be able to do that enough. There's still 3.5 laps to go. Mitch Reeves is only 3.9 seconds back, so man, I don't know.
Yeah, Mitch Reeves clearing a lap car. 8 really losing pace with Mitch Reeves, so Mitch Reeves, oh my goodness.
How is your forward drive?
That's going to do it, though.
Here's the thing, though. How much fuel does Kevin Fetty really have? Can he make it back to the green-white checkered?
Well, I don't know for sure. I really honestly don't. I mean, this is going to be really interesting to see if he has enough. Oh, and the 03 car was involved.
Yeah, 03 car got really loose, went up and tagged the 142 for a ton, and the 03 flipped over.
Yeah, he just lost control of the car, goes right up into the 142, and that car is done.
Now, here comes the what-if scenarios. I'm not going to be anywhere near that 91 if I'm Mitch Reeves. I am going to let him run out of gas and go around him.
That's exactly what I'd be doing, too. Just stay on whatever line he's in, take another one, and see if Kevin Fetty has enough to actually finish this race.
Yep, and I believe the 91 down on the bottom of the racing surface shutting off.
Yep.
If he can't get that car started, they're going to have to give him an EOL.
Well, he is still maintaining pace speed, so...
And you know what's really funny? We're going to end under caution here this evening, but this is still a race in its own.
Yeah, I mean, we're under caution, but still, it's like, oh man, is he going to make it? And, what a win this would be if he can actually pull this off.
No, he was doing it safe. He didn't get anyone's way. It's a great way to win a race if you got to sneak a win in and boost your season.
Oh, for sure.
Well, he wasn't the fastest all night. Well, he played the right strategy and ended up being what it is. Mitch Reeves looking to the outside of Kevin Fetty. White flag going to be shown here, I think.
Yeah, this is the white flag lap, so all he's got to do is, maybe he's got to get out and Flintstone a little bit, push it with his feet maybe, I'm not sure.
It's possible. Do a little bit of Ricky Bobby race to the start-finish line.
Yeah, well, anyway he's got to do it to get it done, but I honestly think... Well, I'm not going to speculate. I mean, there's still, 3/4 of a lap under caution he's got to make, but
well, here's also another thing. I'm not sure this rule has been implemented or has been even designed. If the guy runs out and can't maintain pace speed, which I think he just did. No, he just shut it off and turned it.
Yep, he just sped up and shut it off so he can coast.
Wow. I don't know if they've implemented the rule for it. If he come down to the start-finish line, final lap under caution, if he drops below, let's say, 45 miles an hour and can't restart it, the rest of the field's going to get a black flag for passing.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we're at the point now where it doesn't matter. Because here he comes across the line in slow motion. The 91 of Kevin Fetty is your winner here tonight at Chicagoland.
And I'll just say wow, because, wow.
And I do have a report that the 03 car, his steering wheel came off of his stand.
Oh, that's never good.
No, that would be why it came off. And we went to save it, and the wheel fell into his lap, and that was the end of that. We'll chalk that up to mechanical failure.
Yeah, I'm not sure the 142 likes that mechanical failure, but It happened.
Well, I think we're going to need to get these top 3 in here for the interviews, especially that winner. Holy cow.
Yeah, I think we both have some questions for that winner here today.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we got 3rd place here, James Lehman, coming right up. James, this is Keith and Jeff up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, well, first of all, congratulations on your 3rd place. It looks like you pretty much had the dominant car almost the entire night.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I was pretty fast, but to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the Cup cars, so for me to do this good here that's my bonus.
Now, was it just me, or did you seem to be better when you were out in clean air versus in traffic?
Yeah, clean air means a lot here with these cars, especially. So the moment I could get in clean air, I could really pull the weight, and I noticed that a lot. But the moment I get stuck behind somebody, it was really hard to pass, and the front end would just push.
Yeah, and it seems like you were fighting with Mitchell and the 03 pretty much the entire night. You guys were flopping back and forth in the pits and kind of swapping the lead back and forth. Did you say you guys were pretty even?
I would say we were pretty much even. Straight across the board. It just really came down to who ran what line. I believe at the beginning of the race, Mitchell was trying to run the high line, and he realized it wasn't working for him, and then Derek was running a different 1 and 2 than compared to I was, and really all 3 of us had different lines the whole race, and in the end it just came down to being even once it came towards pitting, because we would all be around each other.
All right, well, who do you have to thank tonight for your 3rd place?
I got to thank everybody at Loose Lug Nuts. Everybody put on a great show, and I'm glad that John and Ronald let me back here after being gone for a year, and can't wait for next week.
All right, well, we'll celebrate that, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right, with 2nd place, Jeff will be handling Mitchell Reeves.
Yeah, Mitch, you got a copy there, man?
Yeah, we got you, Jeff.
So you made the proverbial pass on off of pit road to say and pass the leader there, but with the way it fell, it didn't fall in your favor at the end. So take us through your final laps, closing down the 8 and passing them.
Well, y'all interviewed me there on that restart or coming to it, and I, from then on, from the start of the race to then, I had nothing for James and Derek, and I don't know what I found there after that last green flag pit stop, but it really worked in my favor, and we were really moving. And I've really worked lately on trying to improve during the race, and I was really proud of myself for being able to improve through it. And I started watching everybody kind of pit, and I'm like, okay, here's 2nd, here's 4th, 5th, or 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and then I asked, well, Kevin's up there, and I knew he was in 3, and when the caution came out, you could have shot me in the heart. That was tough, because I was really proud to get through past James, who was the fastest one all night. But at the same time, a huge shout out to Kevin for winning it that way. To pull that strategy off, that takes a lot of skill and strategy, and he deserved this one, man. I'm more than happy for 2nd place after the way the night started.
Yeah, I think he will maintain a safe position inside of 1st place on the Sunday night series. Anyone you want to shout out and thank real quick?
Yeah, I got to give a huge shout out to Team Exile. Those guys this year has been an awesome team over there with Dustin, Ronald, Garrett, Jim, Brad, Taylor Potts, Garrett Potts, all of them. All the guys are really big helps, and they're awesome to run with. Got to give a huge shout out to John Heck with Overtop Paints and Design for once again having another amazing race, and us just working better and better to make this league what it is. And a huge shout out to my pit crew for all the goldfish I've invested in them, and them actually getting me in a good position for sure. So,
all right, well, congratulations for that 2nd place.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna go party with my friend. Y'all have a good one.
You too. All right, and now with the winner of tonight's race, Kevin, you got a copy.
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, first question: how the heck did you do that?
I wish I had a camera on me here racing, because I was all elbows and hands clutching and turning the car off and everything like that. I knew coming to that last green flag that I had an outside chance of doing it, and when the caution came out, I was exactly on my number. So it was going to be probably 50-50 if I could make another green, but even after the caution came out, I was still shutting off the car and clutching it. I think I had half a gallon left when I came across the finish line.
Oh man, that's incredible. So you basically were just going for it then. You had no intention on pitting after that last restart?
Oh no, I came in with 1 lap to go before that last restart and topped off, and I was committed at that point.
Well, I gotta say that is a very impressive way to win this thing, because I mean we didn't see him much the whole night, but all of a sudden it's like, hey, he's staying out. What's going on here?
I'll tell you what, the racing tonight was treacherous. I mean, the cars, once you hit about 8 to 10 laps in a run, they were all over the place. It made for a lot of fun racing, but I figured I'd just spend most of the night running in the back and minding my own business and seeing what I could do at the end. So when that next to last caution came out, I said, well, I'll give it a shot and try the fuel mileage game. And tonight's one of those nights it paid off.
So did you find the car loose or tight or both?
I found it both throughout the run. It would start off a little tighter than I like it, and then once you got some wear on the tires, it started to get loose. So it was a handful, and it was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, first, congratulations on that spectacular win. Great job. Who do you have to thank tonight for that?
Tonight, I'd like to thank the guys at Savage Drive, my teammates, best teammates on the planet. I'd like to thank Miller Prosthetics and Orthotics for sponsoring the Cup car during Loose Lug Nut season this year. And I'd like to thank all my friends out there watching.
All right, well, congratulations again, and go celebrate.
Thank you, sir. I plan on doing just that.
All right, so let's run down the top 10 here real quick. Coming home with that spectacular fuel mileage strategy, Kevin Fetty. Second place, Mitchell Reeves. Third, James Lehman. Dustin Lee comes home in 4th. Wesley Hall in 5th. Ken Richardson 6th. Ronald Klein, after some earlier incidents, does manage a top 10, coming home in 7th. Chris Voiles in the 009, 8th place. Mark Jackson 9th, and running out your top 10 is Brian Tribble. Any last thoughts, Jeff?
Yeah, like you said, good to see Ron sneak back up there into the top 10 because he was in early contention. Mark with another solid finish to round out his week. Brian Tribble hit some problems there, seeing a car come up off of him on pit road. Started 30th with no qualifying, ends up top 10. Good to see. Those are the standout guys towards the end of the top 10 for me.
All right, well, that was a very fantastic end. I've never been so excited to see what was going to happen during a caution flag in my life.
No, I think that is one of the few times you can see you gotta have a great strategy, great pit crew, great friends racing around you, with also keeping your car safe, being that slow, and also have a little bit of luck as we saw the caution.
All right, well, for everybody here at MaxSpeedTV, this was Loose Lug Nuts and Over the Top Paints and Designs presenting the Top Shelf Auto Detailing Cup Championship. We will see you next week. Have a great night.